What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while, but welcome back to the Speedworks channel. Okay, guys, like I said, sorry we haven't had any content come out. It's been a while. I think it's been about a month or so since we were at the track. We just really haven't been doing anything. We haven't been working on the cars, Tommy's car, his Audi, that thing's gonna do like it always does. Go right down through there, close to 13 as we can get it. Eddie and Rachel, I think they did one test day at Bandemere, and that car's pretty dialed in too. We're pretty much just hanging out ready, waiting for race week to start. Tommy again is going to be in the 13.0 class, and Rachel, we think she's going to move out of the 11.0 and she's just going to go into Ultimate Radial. We think for now, we're not 100% sure. We still have, until the end of day one to figure out what class she's going to run. But yeah, this video today is definitely not going to be really car related. I'll talk about the Mustang a little bit. You guys heard me over and over in the last couple of videos when I was racing it that I was down a hole because, it was smoking and running a little rough and all that stuff. But come to find out, I wasn't down just one, I was down two. Sent the motor out, Eddie tore it apart, and come to find out I had broken the ring lands off of two pistons. I'll put in a picture right here, let you guys look at it. But yeah, nitrous is definitely really hard on small block cars. It is what it is. Can't afford to go turbo or pro charger, so I got to do what I got to do and still run nitrous. But yeah, we'll get the car back together soon, and I'll go back to street driving it, and do a little street action with it. Now, actually, the purpose of this video is I want to show you guys I got something. I'm looking at it right now. I'll show you here in a sec. But this thing, Eddie gave it to me a couple weeks ago. Pretty stoked to have it. It's really awesome. Brings back a lot of childhood, teenage memories, of me being an angry little teenager, wreaking havoc all over town with it, But yeah, let's check it out. So this here is my 1985 Diamondback Viper BMX bike. I know it's old, the younger people watching our videos, if we have any, they're probably thinking, what the hell is all this about? Well, a bike just like this, not this exact same one, but a bike just like this, same year, same model, everything, Diamondback Viper, was my first, I guess we'll call it a big kid bike, and I think it was also Eddie's first big kid bike. I think he said he got his, well, it was actually ours, and well, he gave it to me after, I was big enough. But he said he got it for Christmas in 1985. Our parents got it for him. And, he pretty much rode the wheels off that thing. I'll put a little picture of him right here working on it. I'm still looking for the other picture of when he got it on Christmas. But it was his bike for many years, when he was a teenager. And I remember when I was a little kid, I always wanted to ride my big brother's bike, whatever. My dad told me that I am not allowed to ride his bike until I am able to touch the ground while sitting on the seat. And finally, I don't remember how old I was, but I was finally able to do that. And then Eddie let me have the bike pretty much. And so, yeah, I rode the wheels off that thing too, and we have no idea to this day where that bike ended up. I don't know if we gave it to somebody, if it got stolen. We don't know. But yeah, I have one now. And those of you that are friends with Eddie on Facebook, you'll see that he has one also. So we actually have two of these, which is pretty sweet. Eddie already fully restored his. He polished the frame. He put new grips on it. He did a new seat. He did his whole pad setup and a number plate on it. I talked to him about how he set his up, and he said that he set his up the exact same way he had it when he was a teenager, except for now he has a number plate, because back in the day, we didn't have Amazon, we didn't have eBay, we didn't have websites to get stuff like that. So the only way you could get number plates or anything like that, you had to go down to the BMX shop. ride your bike down there. You had to have money to get it. You know, back then, you know, a $20 set of pegs, you know, that was a lot of money because we didn't have $20. But, you know, nowadays, you know, as adults, we got a little bit of money to mess with our little bikes. So he set his up the way he had it when he was a teenager, and that's kind of the same thing I'm going to do with this. Eventually, I'm going to go through the frame. I'm going to polish it up. I'm going to get new decals. Eddie actually found a guy from Australia that does brand new reproduction decals. So I'm going to get a set of those eventually. But once Eddie was done with his, he actually hung it up in his garage and is just, you know, having it on display. Mine, I am actually going to be riding. Like I said, I got it about a week ago, and I rode it every day, every morning before work. I went for a lap around, you know, the city park up until Friday. So on Friday, I went for my morning bike ride like I had been all week. And, you know, I'm not 12 years old and I don't weigh, you know, 115 pounds anymore. I got a little bit more leverage behind my legs when I pedal. Well, I slipped the chain on it. Right in the intersection in front of freaking cars at stop signs and everything, damn near, you know, ate shit right in the middle of the street. But I slipped the chain, and yeah, I was pretty disappointed in myself and embarrassed too. Had to walk my bike back down the alley, back to the garage to fix it. And then I was just so upset that I just went inside. But I ordered a chain tensioner for it, so that's not gonna be here till later on this upcoming week, and then I'll start riding it again. But I did get most parts to do everything that I want to do to it. So like I said, Eddie had his set up the way he set his new, we'll call it new bike up, the way that he had his old one back in, you know, the 80s and 90s set up. And so I'm going to do the same thing with mine that I got now. I got most of the parts that I want to do to it, and, you know, the way I want it set up as I had it before. So big shout out to Pork Chop BMX. They hooked me up with a bunch of these parts. Actually, all of them. The chain tensioner will be coming in later this week. But, you know, got a new set of waffle grips, brand new, off Pork Chop. Pretty cheap. I mean, you guys see how much this stuff is. You know, got to have the dice valve stem caps, you know. Got the grip donuts. Got a set of lizard skin bar pads. Back in the day, I had a set of red ones on a different Diamondback that I had. So, but I saw these. They didn't have any other colors, but I saw these. I had to pick them up. Of course, see if I can find a part number on these or anything. They're not really going to say. These, everybody knows these. The OG Bear Trap style pedals. I had a set of these that were actually silver or chrome on my old Diamondback, but I went with the black this time. I'm going to take the reflectors off because, you know, cool kids don't have reflectors. I'm going to take those off, or take the reflectors off, put those on here in a sec. And then another thing, I never had a set of front brakes on my old bikes. I always thought the kids that had front brakes were like so cool. So I went and got a brand new set of brakes, front and rear, brand new. And then we'll go with these right here. These are GT Dyno pretzel bars. These always stood out to me. I'll put in a picture of my old bike right here. You can see that I have, or had, a set of pretzel bars on that bike. Like I said, we still have no idea where that bike is or what happened to it. But yeah, those ones on my old bike, those were actually original GTs, you know, from back in the day. These ones are reproductions. You know, they say GT Dyno on them or something. You know, I might take that sticker off. I don't know, whenever I do the frame polish. But yeah, these were one of the first things I had to get. As soon as Eddie told me that I had a new BMX bike, for sure getting a set of pretzel handlebars. Those things, I love them. They bring back a lot of memories. So those things are going right on my bike, my new 1985 bike. The bike's really cool because it is all original. Everything on it is original. Everything except these pegs that I just put on. But, you know, it's got the original seat up underneath there. It's got the original grips. I've heard that just the grips alone used go for hundreds of dollars. I'm not gonna sell these grips. So original handlebars, the flat bars, those are so sick. It still has all the original decals on it. And this is always something that always stood out to us, you know, having old Diamondbacks. I also had I think it was 83 Diamondback Silver Streak. Had this same diamond gusset. This was, they stopped putting this gusset on these Diamondback bikes in 1985. So any Diamondback that is 1986 or newer does not have that diamond gusset. So it's really cool to still have that. But yeah, it's got the original brakes. I know they're not black like, you know, they're supposed to be, but the bike's over 35 years old. Color's a little faded. But, oh, I also got the OG Gumwall tires. I'll be throwing those on here too. Got them off of eBay. Came with tubes and everything. But yeah, that's kind of what this video is. It's talking about my bike, and I think I'm gonna put a time lapse on of me trying, at least, to put some new parts on here. It should be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today. You know, whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like I got a race to make it to with this. But yeah, this is gonna be my bike. I'm gonna ride the hell out of this thing. I already have been until I, like I said, slipped the chain. Damn near killed myself. But I'm still waiting on the chain tensioner. It should be here a couple days. SE Racing. It's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna put on some music and start working on my bike. All right, guys, so I'm done with the bike. You saw a little time-lapse deal, do that. It's been a lot of years since I changed a bicycle tire and tube, but got it figured out. Yeah, I got everything done. Check it out. I got both sets of pegs on them. The OG gum wall tires. Even got the dice valve stem caps. Brakes set on there. This cable is a little bit longer than I like, but that's all right. Got the pad set on there. The pedals, bear trap pedals. I'm sure a lot of you, if you rode BMX back in the day, you still got scars on your shins for them. The brake kits, I still need to adjust the brakes. I haven't adjusted them very tight yet, but that's all that's really left to do besides the chain tensioner when I get that. And then I'll start riding it again. So, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to Eddie and probably post it on Facebook. But you know, thanks for watching, guys. Race week's still in about 3.5 weeks. We're gonna kick that off, and you know, I'm gonna put out videos every day while we're on race week. Day 1, day 2, all that stuff. I'm gonna put out a video every day. So, but until then, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share our shit, tell your friends. Everybody, we still got merch left. And follow us on Facebook, and I'll see you on the next one.